September 5th, 1941. I don't know what that says. I will try and put that in the edit. I'm so glad I visited Le Juif et France. Now I can identify Jews just by looking at them. That's nonsense. So it literally changed the French citizens to like almost like wannabe Jew hunters kind of thing. They think they can identify us just by looking at these exaggerated stereotypes, but no one looks like that. Was there a guy just over here a second ago? A woman, sorry. I went to see what all the fuss was about. I still don't understand how people can look at these caricatures. Oh yeah, caricatures, and take it serious. I just span out for a second though. We'll do these two first, and then we'll move on to the guy over there. Oh, sorry, I went to win a bread card. Times are tough. Right on the exhibit wall where it said the Jewish writer produces, launches and sells books. Obviously, what else do you expect an author to do? That's a very good point. I'm gonna go to the guy back here. You need to go look for yourself. They control the economy, they control the media, they are a threat to our way of life and they must be thrown out. I cannot talk to this guy. No, okay. And how about this man down here? Their baseless claims that we're tied to Bolshevism. I can't say it, I'm so sorry. It's laughable. Bolshevism. I really do apologise to any of the French for what I say in this. I'm guessing nothing with the car. So have I got to go in the place now? So I'm guessing we're gonna go see propaganda types of what they are so-called saying is going on. Nope, okay, right, that's cool. I didn't want to go in there anyway. I'm not 100% sure where to go right now. Unless there's anyone I've missed. Can't speak to that guy. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, there's a guy here. We have to be careful. Jews are like chameleons and they just look like us. Well, of course they do. They are human. I'm undoubtedly convinced Jews need to be removed from France. Wow. How could you ever say that? They have just as much right to be here as you do. That's just... It's sad that, you know, that's how the propaganda works kind of thing. It just changes people's minds so quick. The Le Juif et la France was an anti-Semitic propaganda exhibition that took place in Paris, funded by the Nazis' propaganda office. The intent was to portray Jews as polluting French society, controlling the media and responsible for Marxism. I don't know what that meant. I'll put it in the edit. And all of the ills of society. It was also presented as a public service announcement to help French people recognize Jews by their physical appearance. Like there's such a thing. May 1942. Oh, I'm certain here, am I? Am I meant to be following the star? I believe so. Oh, way off there. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. I've messed up a little bit there, I think. I don't know. It's not letting me go left for some reason. This is the wiggliest line ever. But I don't want that on my clothes. The kids are already gonna make fun of me, and now I'm going to stand out. It's the law. You can't break the law. Consequences will be far worse than a few bullies. But why do they want us to wear them at all? Well, Samuel, they want to be able to identify us right away. But why? No more questions now. Be a dear. Run and grab my clothes from the other room. There's my favourite little helper. Come on, Samuel, I'll give you a hand. I know you're confused right now, Samuel, but your mother is going through a very tough time right now. Rougher than you can imagine. I need you to do me a big favour and listen to her the best you can. Alright, now be a dear and run this to your mother whilst I gather more clothes, will you? Bernard, the babysitter. I don't know if it's Bernard or Bernard, by the way, but they're basically the same name. Oh, thank you so much for coming at short notice, Bernard. I just really need this job Marie found for me. Of course, you don't think I would miss a chance to hang out with mon petit ami? Don't know what that means, I'll put it in the edit. I really have to go, Samuel. Be good for Bernard, okay? I'll be back soon. He's been really down lately. He barely eats and rarely speaks, and all he wants to do is read a book of his with his toy fox. Get my words mixed up. I'm really worried. Maybe you could have a talk with him. I'll see what I can do. I'm guessing he's in the bedroom right now. Not even a bonjour for your old Bernard? Oh, hi Bernard, sorry I was reading. What have you got there, Renard, huh? And what is this about? It's about a very brave fox who goes on heroic adventures. I see. And this? That's Renard. Papa made it for me. He said he would protect me. What's wrong, mon petit champion? I'm guessing that means my little, but that's just a pure guess. I wish Papa would come home. I do too, Samuel. It's okay to be sad sometimes, even I get sad. But you know what I do? Well, I march myself down to the cafe and wait for a beautiful girl to walk by. And I walk right up to her and I say, hello, I'm Bernard, and may I buy you a cafe? You, girls. Haha. Oh, you think that now? You just wait till you meet a girl who makes your heart pound so hard you pray she can't hear it. And everything suddenly falls into place. And the world just seems brighter, and you realise the day you can finally marry her cannot come soon enough. Why aren't you married, Bernard? Oh my boy, love is so much more complicated than that. Sometimes you meet the one who makes you feel like you can't live without them, and suddenly you have to learn how. Well, it's getting late. What do you say? What you say, and I cook a nice hearty meal. The debates. By the way, I know obviously this game is like showing what it was like in the Holocaust. In these rooms there were so many more people, like they were proper crammed. Moses, are you awake? I am now. When we get out of here, are you going to take your family to Zion? I don't think so. In my opinion, France is the safest place for us. After being rounded up and forced to work in this godforsaken camp, how can you sit there and pretend that France is a safe haven for Jews? I agree with Jacob. I don't want to debate with you right now, Jacob. I'm not looking for a debate, I'm looking for comfort. I want to know that my friend and his family are going to be safe. France has welcomed Jews since Napoleon. Napoleon despised us. So you do what? So you do want a debate? There's no debate about it. Everything he did was for political gain. He gave us equality when all other nations seek to oppress us. He cared about Jews, just as France does. Calling us the most despicable of mankind isn't caring, and neither shipping us off to camps for that matter. This is just a war, Jacob. You are young, you will learn. It's not just war, Moses. Look at Dreyfus. He was loyal to France from the beginning, and then he was blamed for crimes he didn't commit and thrown on some island to rot for 5 years. All because being a Jew was an easy target. You don't get away with something like that unless there's some deep-seated anti-Semitism. I might have said that wrong. But what did he do? Once he was pardoned, then re-enlisted and fought for his country when they needed him most. This is a great nation founded on the principles, I forgot that. Freedom and equality. The fact that we're in here while they're out there speaks volumes. I'm not Bernard and the Nazis. I'm not gonna lie, some of these are going way too quick for me to read. I'm guessing we are walking this direction. Wow. What are you doing? The same thing I do every day. Sipping caffeine until lunch, having myself a succession. Now let me ask you the same question. What are you doing? By the way, that ain't Succession. I didn't know what it said. You think you're funny. How about you leave the calf because we don't want you here? How about you leave the country because the French don't want you here? That was a great comeback, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to believe people like you are taking over the world. I have very little interest in such things. My only concern right now is indulging in a warm calf. Now if you'll excuse me. They're right, you know, it's all here in this book. Protocols. Your kind is pursuing the domination. Well, domination, sorry. What exactly do you mean, your kind? I mean a Jew, of course. It's right there on your shirt. See, that's where you're wrong, mon ami. This is all misunderstanding. I'm a Christian. Even without the yellow star, I know Jew when I see one. A Jew. Well, I think you need to get your eyes checked. You can ask anyone. I am French as they come. I wouldn't come here to enjoy whatever that is every day if I was Jewish, now would I? Absurdity. You can't believe anything he says. The Jew is trying to trick us, but this book, he will soon be exposed. But thanks to this book, he will soon be exposed. If you actually believe this propaganda, then you're more gullible than this pluke. Lucky for you, I seem to have lost my appetite. I'm not very good with these French words. I just want to make that clear. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion, or Zion, is one of the most notorious anti-Semitic book of modern times. It was first published in Russia. I spoke about them not long ago. In 1903, in 1920, Henry Ford, founder of the Ford Motor Company, published a series of articles based on the Protocols of the International Jew. Adolf Hitler and Joseph, I can't remember what's his name, is it Goebbels, praised Ford and the International Jew. On Henry Ford's 75th birthday, he received the Grand Cross of the German Eagle, the highest Nazi award to a foreigner. Baldur von Schirach, I can't say these words, I'm so sorry to the French, testified at the Nuremberg war crimes trials, saying he'd become an anti-Semitic after he read the International Jew in German. He was found guilty of crimes against humanity for helping send thousands of Viennese Jews to their deaths. I am just not good with some of these words at half of these times. According to the Nuremberg race law, someone with 3 or 4 Jewish grandparents was considered a Jew. Mischling were considered mixed race people. A Mischling was neither German or Jewish. They were people with 1 or 2 Jewish grandparents. Mischlings, I'm probably saying that wrong, were not allowed to marry Germans and mixed races. The Nazi Party promised they would come to power that only racially pure Germans would have German citizenship. On August 17, 1938, the German government set name requirements for Jews in Germany. Only Jews could be given Jewish names. The parents had to choose from government-approved list. If a Jew did not have a name from the list, they must add an additional first name, Israel for men and Sarah for women. Damn, that's fucking horrible. Masoud from Algeria. I probably said that wrong as well. Who could that be at this hour? Bernard, is everything okay? A word from Moses. Any word from Moses? Unfortunately not, ma chérie, but I was hoping we could have a chat. Of course, please come in. It's so late. Little Samuel has already gone to bed. Is there something wrong? I'm not sure. You see, most of my life I practiced Judaism, but because it would make my dear mother happy, but since Ma Marie has passed, I saw no reason to return. I probably said that wrong as well. It might be ma mère, as in like my mum. Yes, I heard from Moses. He was tremendously opposed at first, but he came around to the idea. I'm so sorry to hear that she wasn't the one. It's not even that. When I converted, I felt so free and safe. Not only I could eat saucisson, I'm guessing that's sausage, without guilt, but I felt like I would be free and clear of all this persecution. I was no longer sitting at home worried the police would barge in and arrest me. But now I feel the same, if not worse. Ma Bichette left me, my best friend has been taken away. Everyone is treating me as if I were Jewish, saying awful things, jeering in my direction, and worst of all, what is it, Bernard? I am banned from the CAF. I feel like being banned from the CAF isn't necessarily the worst part, but I'm sorry you feel like your world is being turned upside down. Forgive me, Bloomer. I am so self-centered and such an imbecile. crying over my own problems when I came to alleviate some of yours. I brought you some of my ration cards. As you probably gather, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. Oh, Bernard, I really can't. Absurdity. I probably said that right. Wrong. And I insist, and in any case, I want to make sure you and that grown boy eats or something. I don't know what I said at the end. Listen to me, Bloomer. You are such a strong woman, loyal wife, and amazing mother. You remind me of my own. Kind and so resilient till the end. I was lost without her, which is why I moved to France after she passed. But I thought you were French. I am, but I was given a French citizenship whilst living in Algeria after witnessing the horrors that took place during the Constantine riots. Algeria never felt safe to me, but I still stayed, knowing what leaving home would do to my mother. I sat shiver, then I packed my bags, changed my name from Masoud to Bernard, and embraced this beautiful country as my home. I just never knew that this beautiful country would turn on me. Well, I've talked your ear off enough, I better get home. Bernard, are you sure you're feeling well enough to walk home? You're worrying me. Don't worry about me. I hope you're safe, Bernard. I hope you get home safe. They can take my rights, but they can't take my saucion. I really don't know how to say that word. Convoy 4 of June 25th, 1942. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm back. Moses and Jacob were deported to Auschwitz. They do not survive. Bless, man. Veldihiv Roundup, July 16th, 1942. I am not good with saying these words in French, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this must have been a proper scary moment for the Jewish people. I think the worst part about it is the French people turned on them. They genuinely, like, rallied to get them out. And, like, you know, they haven't done anything wrong, the Jewish people. Oh, Bernard. Don't do it. It's one of them. The Jewish people didn't know what was going to happen to them. Would jumping off a building and ending it there would have been a good idea? Yeah, I definitely think so. But at the same time, Jewish people didn't know what was going to happen to them, but they knew I guess they knew it was going to be bad. Damn. Convoy, 13th of July, 31st, 1942. Oh. Just seeing if there was anyone over this direction. Why do we have all of our things, my man? Are we leaving? I think so, Samuel. Where are we going? I don't know, but be sure to stay close, okay? Whatever happens, don't let go of my hand. Listen up, we are taking the women today and leaving the small children behind. Wow. Samuel. Bloomer is deported to Auschwitz. She did not survive. Damn. Convoy, 14th of August 3rd, 1942. I will say there was one thing I didn't actually know about this, that they had the Jewish star sewed in on their clothes to know who they were, kind of thing. I didn't actually know about that. He was a high-ranking Nazi right there. Pardon me. Samuel was deported to Auschwitz. He does not survive. Around 77,000 Jews from France died in concentration camps, killing. Oh my God! If the Holocaust wouldn't have happened, Moses and Bloomer would have grown old together. Bernard would have eventually found the one and had a family. Samuel would have become a children's author. Six million lives were lost, mothers that never got to become grandmothers, children that never got to grow up, families that are forever erased from history. It's incredibly sad what happened during the Holocaust. It's definitely something that never should have happened. And I genuinely pray and hope that it never happens again in the future. I don't think it ever will. It's one of them whole humans learning from their mistakes kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure with the way the German people are today, they would never go back to this way. But there are some right-wing people who still believe in Nazism and who still practice it all around the world. There are countries around the world that still idolize Hitler. Not countries itself, but people in countries that idolize Hitler, that idolize the Nazi propaganda. And I really hope that it just genuinely never happens again. Like 6 million Jewish people. And that wasn't even just it. There was so many disabled people, gay people, and others that just got killed for absolutely no reason at all. If I'm correct, I think Hitler said it was it's kind of like to wipe out like the infestation of like the Jewish people or whatever he said. And there was no infestation. There was none of this whole propaganda of you can see what a Jew looks like just by looking at them. Jewish people and anyone else look exactly the same. All human. I think one of the most worrying things was how many people stood behind Hitler, stood behind the Nazi party when they came into power. How many people that wasn't a part of the Nazi party agreed with the fact of killing the Jews, of just eradicating them from society. Like it says in this, you look at the amount of French people that was happy to get rid of the Jewish people, so happy to eradicate the Jewish population. Absolutely no reason whatsoever for them to join the Nazi ideology. Oh bless. And you can see the Jewish stars on the people's clothes there, on the children's clothes. To forget would be not to only dangerous but offensive. To forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. I remember watching a video of a woman who survived the Nazi twin experiments. That was very sad. They got Jewish twins and they would experiment on, like, I believe they experimented on one of them to see like if the other one could like feed it or just stuff like that. And it was, you know, imagine that, you know, your twin, a part of you, person who was in the same womb as you, who you grew up with, who you look exactly like together, just gets tortured and you kind of have to sit there and just watch it or something. I will put like a link to that video because I definitely want to give it a little watch again of, bless her, the woman who survived the Nazi twin experiments. It's just unbelievably sad, you know. And I think one of the other things that is worrying is that there are people out there today in this world that doesn't believe the Holocaust existed. Now, I was shocked when I heard about that. I was shocked at the fact that people did not believe the Holocaust happened. And, you know, it's unbelievably disgusting and disrespectful. Thank you to Ralph Baer for inventing video games. Ralph Baer was born in 1922 in Germany at age 14. He was expelled from school due to anti-Jewish legislation implemented by Nazi Germany. Baer's family, fearing increasing prosecution, moved from Germany to New York in 1938. 2 months before Kristallnacht, I don't know how to say it properly. Baer in 1966, while being an employee at Sanders Associates, he explored the possibility of playing games on the television screens. In 1971, his invention was licensed to Magnavox and called the Magnavox Odyssey. Atari then created the first arcade machine in 1972 based on Baer's table tennis idea, resulting in Pong. Ralph Baer is now considered the father of video games. Okay, I will get a picture of that and I will pause it and probably read it again in the edit. But yeah, the fact that anybody even thinks that thought that the Holocaust didn't happen is basically offensive against the Jewish people. If anything, probably agree with what happened, because if you believe that the Holocaust didn't happen, if you believe that 6 million Jews died for absolutely nothing, if you believe that that didn't happen, you're a piece of shit. It's so sad what happened, and I genuinely hope that people definitely learn from what happened and it will never happen again. The light in the darkness. What a game.